to enthuse about a specific topic, not realizing that most people listening will fail to understand it. That's a geek out. This is the show, The Geek Out Show.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a special episode of The Geek Out Show. This is actually the side piece, the peanut gallery. Ooh, what is that? I'm joined by some co-hosts tonight. We got J-Roo that's showing me some nice bling action. What's that?
Yeah, I'm just over here making bacon, bro. That's what I'm doing.
Making bacon. All right, let's go. And then we got Major Reaction over here.
Hey everyone, it's Major Reaction coming at you.
And we got a special guest making it all the way from the peanut gallery. One of the hosts over there, Ghost Christian.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And tonight, viewers out there, they probably know what we're talking about because they could see the episode playing behind me. Listeners out there, we're going to be talking a little bit about Moon Knight. So the new MCU Disney Plus series, Moon Knight, right? Starring Oscar Isaac. And man, I guess it's a show, right? I guess you could call it that. It's a something.
So it's one of those things they market as like a limited series, right? Which makes me feel like it's a little more cinematic than the, show aspect of it. So good, Gil and I were kind of talking sidebar to where like we should probably do a special episode kind of thing. So here we are. First off, Christian, nice to meet you, man. I have actually never talked to you before, so this other than one of our
Top
like
10
the round table sessions, yeah. And I've never been on Peanut Gallery, so it's a night of firsts for me.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, just my initial reactions, this was great. Like I thought Moon Knight was like what an entrance into the MCU, right?
So the cue card is going up, the Marvel cue card is going up in the background, right? Like it says Marvel, and then it's showing a bunch of different characters. As you know, that it says Marvel Studios. One thing to note, I don't know if you guys caught it, they added the Eternals to that. I don't know if you guys seen that or not.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay, so they added Eternals. Sniffle says hi. That's my cat. They took out Spider-Man, and they put Rocket Raccoon in his place. So one thing to note, and a little fun fact here, I don't know if you guys know and or care, but Spider-Man is only allowed to be shown in properties that Sony gets paid. So of course,
I believe that.
Yeah. So No Way Home. Oh, my cat is taking off my headphones. So of course, No Way Home, he was there. And then any other movie that Spider-Man stars in. But if Spider-Man isn't in it, they don't want him in the opening credits part of the Marvel Studios. So I thought that was a little cool fun fact. I read into it as to why he was not there and why he got removed.
What about Spidey?
No, yeah, that's about Spidey. Let me get my cat down if somebody else could go.
So first off, the thing that got me, that opening scene with Ethan Hawke, well, we don't know it's him at the time, but Ethan Hawke emptying the glass into his sandals and then proceeding to put the sandals on and walk. God, that scene made me cringe so hard. Like,
oh my God. Okay, good to know that it was not just me, bro. Because I was like, I have like an overactive imagination. Jesus Christ.
You hear the squish?
Yeah, the sound design probably should be noted here because it was, I mean, just the glass breaking, the kind of jingle in the shoes, like it was all there, man. It was a full effect kind of thing.
I felt like I was back watching an episode of Scarred again.
For reals. And then like later on we get him where he's like walking through the town, right, and everyone's greeting him and he's all like, peace be with you type of shit, like as if like in religion. And he kind of got like a weird limp and or walk, and it's, you all know it's because of the glass.
I was gonna say that's probably because he's got a glass shoe full
and it's
of glass.
Just like, holy shit, man. He kept it in. He kept on going, and he's just like,
So that always
after punishment.
That always makes me cringe a little extra because when I was a kid, I stepped on a piece of glass that punctured an artery in my foot or a vein. And it was like, that scene in the Addams Family when they're sword fighting and all the blood.
That's
what it looked like.
Jeez.
So I always cringe a little extra with glass.
I guess we could say Ethan Hawke is taking Glassjaw to the next level.
Yeah. So let me see, Christian, your initial thoughts, man.
Oh man, just that what we just talked about, the whole beginning scene, just with Ethan Hawke, just with the glass breaking, just cringy, just the squishy sounds, and yeah, it was good, man. I was already hooked in it when I saw it.
And I know we're spending a lot of time on the glass in the shoe thing, but I think it was a very early indicator that like this is going to be a pretty bloody show, if not just an episode, because we see that later on. We see quite a bit of violence for an MCU show, especially on Disney Plus.
So, question for you: did you guys catch the rating of this? Because I'm not 100% sure what it is.
Oh, I didn't see it either.
I'm guessing
Okay,
it's TVMA.
TV 14, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
could
Only
one of
14,
you guys check that? Just because I do know that
I mean, on
as of
IMDb, it shows TV 14.
okay, cool. Just because 2 weeks ago they did add all the Netflix stuff, and then I know that like pretty much everybody had to update their stuff, and you got to put in a PIN now to access a TVMA account. So I'm not even sure if this is MA or not. So it's 1400.
Pops up on your home screen for Disney Plus, so yeah, it must be just right in there with everything else.
Okay,
TV 14,
cool.
yeah.
Cool. I do like that it is a bit different. We are getting, I feel like kind of back in the realm of Doctor Strange, where it's more of the mystic arts.
Oh, absolutely.
It's definitely like at least this first episode. You're kind of spending a lot of the time saying, "What the fuck is going on?" You don't quite get it. We're going to be jumping around a little bit here and there, but like, is he blacking out? What events are happening? Different things that went through my head is like, is his mom real? Is she not real?
Oh yeah.
Is it the Marc Spector persona leaving things to like lead the Steven, I forget his last name, Steven Grant persona like astray, or to keep him occupied, so he doesn't stumble on and access like, and he knows like what is going on, so he isn't aware of what's going on. Because
he's like keeping him in the dark when he needs to, type of deal.
Yeah, because who is it? Ethan Hawke's character who goes the mercenary.
Yeah.
And Steven Grant isn't the mercenary persona. That's a Marc Spector persona.
Yeah.
Yeah. At first, the thing that we first noticed is how Steven Grant, our main character, Oscar Isaac, is playing, is completely inept. He seems like he doesn't know, like he doesn't really belong in whatever he's trying to do. He's kind of just like a floor mat of a guy. Like people just walk all over him, especially this female boss here that he has. She's
a little bit of an Egypt nerd,
Yeah, and he has like this intense intelligence, but like he can't get his shit together. But so then it leads you to question, like, how is this guy going to be our main guy? But then we start to see, as it progresses, what makes him the Moon Knight.
One thing to note, because Steven doesn't remember spitting game at Dylan, the girl.
Oh yeah,
the shopkeeper. He doesn't remember. He's like, what? Like, he looks scared.
Yeah.
So Marc, he's about that life. He got some mouthpiece. He could pull. He could run game on girls, and he's not scared. So that's one thing confirmed now with the MCU. Marc Spector has game, y'all. He can pull girls.
Right.
Well, he definitely knows how to deal with women better than our buddy Steven here.
Yeah.
I think it was really cool. We're not quite there yet, but I mean, we're showing how much of a loner he is and stuff. But the fact that he's just like, he really believes these dreams. Like, he can't tell the difference. He's awake. He's asleep. Maybe he's dreaming. He's tying himself down. He's obviously aware that it could be happening. It feels that real to him. So I just thought that was a cool. Just the fact that we're getting the initial episode and the story being told from his first persona.
Yeah.
I wonder if we're going to get multiple personas every episode. Like, is it going to be someone else taking place? And just from trailers and art, we've seen that not only is there going to be multiple avatars like Steven Grant or Marc Spector, that there's going to be multiple Moon Knights too. Yeah, I think we're going to get multiple Moon Knights in this as well.
The more traditional, the Mr. Knight, the this and the that.
When we finally see, when we start hearing the voice of Khonshu, and we finally see Khonshu, that's when. Well, I mean, first all the crazy stuff starts happening. You know, the blackout moments where we start to realize that at first this whole part right here where he's like tying himself down to the bed and stuff. I was like, okay, he has sleepwalking issues. I realized that right off the bat. What I wasn't realizing was like, okay, I didn't realize the extent of it. Like the way he tapes the door down to see if he's like, gone out during the middle of the night, stuff like that.
Putting
like,
the sand in front of his bed.
It's pretty interesting. And then when the time skips or the like blackouts start happening, then you're really like, whoa, what the hell? And that's when it starts getting super crazy too, because like he wakes up and like people are just dying around him. Like it's insane.
That I honestly gotta say I love that. Every time he like gonna get into a dangerous situation, he blacks out, he wakes up, and it's just like whatever the threat, whatever the threat was, it has been neutralized.
Was it just me, or when he first wakes up, it's like his jaw is broke, right? Like
yeah. Well, it was like out of place or something.
Yeah. Oh, it was messed up. Yeah.
No, it was like unhinged, bro. Like that shit was like.
Yeah, no, he totally his jaw
right
is
here.
broken.
And then when he goes to pop it back in place, look at the way his eyes like roll in the back of his head. Looks like he's about to have like a werewolf transformation.
That was another cringe moment because I was like, dude, what?
Yeah.
It took me back to like one of my buddies in high school who got into a fight and he hit this other dude so hard he broke the dude's fucking jaw, and the way that it came down and just hung after he broke the guy's jaw, I was like, oh, that's like just like when Alvin cracked that dude in the fucking jaw. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think that just is letting us know like this show is going to be violent. Like which brings me, I wanted to ask you guys this with the addition of all the Netflix stuff and how violent we know Moon Knight's going to be. Like it's no secret, right, that we're getting Marvel Knights, right? I would not be surprised to see a Luke Cage, maybe an Iron Fist, because that's a little more on the mystical side. Maybe a Daredevil. I think we see a character like that here. I don't think that's by coincidence.
Either Marvel Knights or Midnight Suns, because don't forget,
I think it's early for Midnight Suns.
Yeah, but they might be. Who knows if they're putting together almost like a DC Dark type of. I mean, DC Dark. Oh my God, Justice League Dark. Me and Christian, we were just kind of talking about that. Like the Midnight Suns is Marvel's version of like a Dark Avengers to take on the Mystic Arts, the paranormal, the all that type of stuff, like to take on that aspect or verse. And I could see them taking on like a big bad, like a Dracula and stuff like that. And there's been rumors of Dracula in the MCU before, but they've been shut down and this and that. Just me, like loving monsters and things like that. That's what I would want. Like, I think more realistically, yes, it is a Marvel Knights, but me being selfish, fuck that. Gil wants, Midnight Suns. That's what Gil wants.
So that's back to my question. Who do you want to see in this?
Blade.
If you got to pick.
Let me get a Blade at the end, kind of like put it like we're putting together a team, and then fuck it, throw in Jon Snow in there as Black Knight. Yep.
Okay.
Fuck it, let's go.
Christian.
Blade.
Yeah.
Let's get on Mahershala Ali. That dude's he's fucking awesome. I like him.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of weird now that the Netflix shit, I guess, is like with the MCU kind of in a way on Disney Plus, because
they're not. I mean, they brought those over for a reason. They're not there to be ignored.
Well, Mahershala Ali is Cottonmouth from the Luke Cage series, so
yeah.
They're gonna have little things like that, but that's fine.
He'll play a different enough a character, and Cottonmouth and Luke Cage in general is such a small part of the MCU that I don't think it's going to be that big a deal.
True.
It's like I can't think of her name, but she was in Miss Marvel and she was in Eternals.
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember.
Monica Rambeau.
But it's like no. It's like such a small, like.
It's just a small role. It doesn't really matter.
Such a small role that she's
Gemma
not like
Chan.
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to get a Blade and a Midnight Suns at the end of
What about you, Matt? Who are you expecting to see in this, if anybody?
Like you guys said, I think Blade is like a number one like possibility as long. And also, Werewolf by Night, I think, could make an appearance. At first, we thought that's who we were going to see here, or a werewolf in general in this first episode, and we were wrong about that. Definitely wasn't.
Well, hold on. We didn't even know that we were going to get anything like that. Spoilers at the end. You know, the last 5 minutes, shit hits the fan, and
we did know we were going to get a creature because we've seen that still where he's fighting that creature in the hallway, and you guys were like,
yeah, but we didn't know it was going to be episode 1. I didn't think it was going to be episode 1. I thought it was going to be like episode 4 or 5. You know,
it almost kind of made me mad though because you get like 5 seconds and boom, done, episode over, and no second episode follow up. So I was like,
yeah, I feel you there. I do feel you there, man. It's kind of like it would have been better if it was like a little bit more drawn out fight.
I think a Ghost Rider appearance would be amazing too, because then that would like let us know who our Ghost Rider is going to be for the MCU. So if any of these main characters show
Danny
up,
Ketch,
if I had to guess,
or
Robbie
if I had to guess, they bring the Robbie Reyes from the.
I'm hoping.
I mean, why wouldn't they? They already have that actor there. They have that half-ass established, you know.
Gabriel Luna.
Yep, and he's great. Great.
I loved him.
He was the best part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Him and Me Not Win. An agent.
That's what you guys want.
There it is. Hey, so if they played that and we got a Mahershala Ali like turn around like with the same glasses.
Oh, that's the only way to do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
dude, I would lose my I'd just be like, oh
like wait, like straight imitating like Wesley.
Yes. Yeah. I would love that. That needs to be the way that they introduce our new Blade. That needs to be the way. This also tripped me out, dude. Like when what's going on behind me? I can't remember Ethan Hawke's character's name, but
do you think he's gonna be Bushman? Do you think?
Well, I mean, they've got him listed as Arthur Harrow.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. So
because a lot of people were thinking he was going to be either Dracula or Bushman or
No, I can't. Whoever Arthur, whatever. But the tattoo thing that tripped me out, dude. Like because his tattoo is black, just like normal tattoo, black. But then it turns green if the person like he'll judge people, and his staff has the heads of Emmett on it, the crocodile heads or alligator, whatever the fuck. They sway, and the tattoo also moves and it weighs the person's soul. That's just a trip. It's green for if it's a good person, or turns red if you're a bad person, need to be sacrificed. And it like sucks the life energy. Oh, there we go.
Man, they're pulling some Squid Game shit right there. Red light, green light.
That shit is wild. That's what my kid said.
It's very bloody too, man.
They actually did have some music that like made me think of Squid Games too. There's a couple times where they play some music that almost has like the Squid Game sound to it.
Yeah, the soundtrack, the background music is great. That goes along with it. Like the beginning, that's what I forgot. The beginning kind of made it seem kind of Guardian-ish, like Guardians of the Galaxy kind of.
Yes.
But yeah.
I think this is the first time in me watching a MCU limited series that I felt like, all right, this is like movie quality. Yeah. Now, this scene specifically, there are some like Gil and I talked about it.
Hold on.
I think there's some weird CGI stuff going on here, but I think that's a budgeting deal, personally. And I don't think it's nothing I can look past. I mean, dude, I watched The Rock, Scorpion King. I can watch anything at this point.
I actually had a double check at one point when they do fight, when he is fighting that Anubis-looking creature, when it scatters out the door. For a second, it looked like the hand just phased through the door hella fast. But then I went back and like re-looked at it, and it actually does kind of like slide through the door as if it was gonna be get caught in the door. So
yeah, I wonder if this was filmed in the. I wonder if some of this was filmed in the volume.
I think it probably was.
Oh hell yeah!
I love this whole scene. The whole car.
It's a great chase scene.
The cupcake man.
Yeah, they really leave it up to the imagination what's going on, right? Like he blacks out and he's just Jason Bourne for probably 10 minutes.
And then the one where he's going backwards.
I like when he looks in the back of when it shows the back of the truck and the dude's just sitting there, just like something you can't even see it. You see it for like a half second. It looks like his face is just gone, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
I just thought of something because Jade, you had brought up about the whole entire different personas. Like if we get a different persona each episode, what if we get the next episode as the Mark Spector and we get to see what happens during the blackouts? Holy
I think
shit,
that would be. I think that
dope.
would be cool. With it being a limited series and only 6 episodes, I would hate for them to waste another episode doing the exact same thing we just saw.
Well,
but you're
they could
probably right.
progress the story. They could just
Well,
kind
they
of show
could-
you the clips and pieces really fast and then progress it from there.
Yeah,
And it
like
would be
just
good.
the first like 10 minutes is just like the parts that he blacked out and then keep it
like
moving.
hella fast. Yeah.
Yeah, the other like 20-30 minutes is just progressing the story.
Yeah,
Where
I
has he
could see
been?
that.
What's he doing as Mark Spector or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, like we definitely don't need exactly like the same exact episode, but just what Mark Spector was doing the whole entire
He was
episode.
doing,
Definitely
yeah.
not that. Just like a quick little 10 minutes, shoot through everything. Just the action scenes, like the fight scenes.
Now,
Like
now I've
everybody
read
kills.
I've read, quite a bit of Moon Knight, but he's not isn't Dave from the Toil podcast is probably screaming at his radio right now. But he's never been like one of my favorite characters. But this made me very, very interested in the character for sure.
So we were just talking about this a little bit before you and no, Matt was on for the conversation before you came on, that we were feeling like the merchandising. Now there's going to be a huge push. Now people are going to go back for the comics. People are going to go back for the figures. People are going to be like, damn, I shouldn't have never sold off my Mezco Moon Knight. Damn, I might
got
track it down. The Marvel Select, they reissued the old school Marvel Select, which I wish they did not. At least not that one. If they were going to do it with the one with the statue of Khonshu.
Yeah.
But like, man, it would have been so much better, like an awesome, going back to like how they revealed, who was it, the Heavy Mando or the Heavy Gunner?
That's
Mando?
still the best reveal by Hasbro to date.
Yeah, like if at least Marvel Select, if they would have at least been like, hey, we got this new Marvel Select that you could order like tomorrow or the next day, whatever.
In the actual show, not
that would have been so awesome.
Yeah.
Or like fucking, we're doing an action figure of Khonshu. Fuck, I would fucking sign up for that. I would.
Yeah,
sign up for that. Shit.
I've seen a couple of things in merchandise go up. Iron Studios has a 1/10 statue of this, which looks really badass.
Yeah, I saw
Really
that the other
badass.
day.
I think it's about $200, if not more. And then I think there was a pop released with a comic book. So that initial marketing push is happening, but I mean, I'm sure here in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you walk into a box lunch or something, you're going to see Marvel, MCU, Moon Knight shirts and all that shit.
So they already added him to Avengers Campus.
I saw
know
that
I
too,
sent
yeah.
you. Yeah, I sent that to you guys. So that's pretty cool. I think that's something kind of cool that they're doing as like new characters come out. They do like a new, now Avengers Campus, part of Disney type of shit.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait till the parents find out that, Moon Knight is beating the shit out of people and killing them. Yeah.
It's there. The violence is there, man. It's not overdone, but it's done in the very Luke Cage, Daredevil way. I would say this first episode is probably bloodier than the first episode of Daredevil. It's not Punisher levels yet, but I think it will be.
So I did have a couple things to go over, if that's cool with y'all. Just I had a couple interactions with. We don't have a lot of feedback from people. Hopefully, we pick up more as we go. But the first one is from Ridiculous Rob. So shout out to Rob. He said, "I found it weird that they went a magical route instead of tech. Mark uses a lot of gadgets, tech in the comics, but didn't seem to use any in the episode. Also said we only see one alt personality so far. Hope they give us more. Oh, and of course, I'd love to see some cameos and crossovers. Feel like Blade would show up somewhere in the show. Just have that feeling." So I agree. I agree a lot with the Blade. We want that.
Yeah, echoed a lot of the things we talked about.
The whole entire gadgets with Mark, I feel like we didn't get to see a lot of Mark in this episode.
Yeah,
He came in and out. I feel like maybe they'll highlight more of that when, Mark is center stage.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he kept saying throughout. He was like, just let me take over.
Mm-hmm.
He kept saying,
and that was a trippy scene with all the mirrors and literally having a battle with his split personality. Pretty wild.
Yeah.
All right, now this next one is kind of like a little text feed with me and Juan. I texted him. At first, I said, any thoughts on Moon Knight? He said it was a good story. I was like, that's it, goddamn, dude. And he goes, this is the first episode. LOL, not much to talk about. The mirroring effects were cool. I said, you think not much? Damn. So not much happened. It's all set up. Does his mom really exist? Probably not. That's something that we talked about.
And knowing Juan, I don't know if he'll ever listen to this. I guarantee he's over there going, it's Mephisto. His mom is Mephisto. Guaranteed.
M for mom equals Mephisto.
100%.
Oh, the other thing that he pointed out to me, I didn't catch this at first. He said the postcards and that he's putting up on, what's the name of the fucking fish? Is it Glenn?
I think it's Gil.
Nah, bullshit.
I think it's
I would
Glenn.
remember that. It is Glenn, right?
Glenn.
That's what I was thinking.
I think it is.
So yeah, okay, there we go. The postcards that he's putting up on Glenn's tank are like the same postcards that they have for sale over at the museum. So is like the Mark Spector sending it to keep Steve.
I'm glad you brought up the fish. The name of this episode is the goldfish problem. We know that. Yeah, that's the name of the episode. I know that
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Stephen Grant's goldfish, and this is when he notices it. Stephen Grant's goldfish has one fin.
Mhm.
This one does not. I mean, he takes it back to this aquarium, and she's
And
like,
he's
"I
been
told you
doing
yesterday that this doesn't,
Yeah,
and
he's
like,
been
"Well,
doing
yesterday."
that.
When he, so they've been replacing that goldfish often. Probably because he was gone for X amount of time and it died, and who knows? I wonder if we get more explanation on that.
So that's definitely not his fish. That's definitely not Glenn.
It's probably more likely like since he does the whole ritual of him setting up to where he makes sure that he didn't leave and stuff like that. You know that one time when he realized that he had the whole adventure and then he came back and he ended up in his bed and nothing was supposedly everything was untouched.
Fishy.
Everything was untouched. So basically he's just going in and setting it up again and
Mark is
Mark
smarter
Yeah.
than that.
He's tricking Steven, basically.
so that's he's probably just replacing the fish
So
because
Mark
he's been gone.
forgot to chop off the one extra. No,
Yeah.
it's funny.
No, possibly.
Well, yeah, I mean he did.
That's
That's a
possible.
little detail that he forgot.
That's fucked up. Jesus. Next little part, he said also the statue guy, which we passed by, the golden guy. He talks to looks like the weapon supplier in the comics.
Who, like the Tinker?
I'm not sure. I don't read Moon Knight
No,
comics.
didn't we got the Tinkerer and
Okay.
Spider-Man a little bit.
Like specifically Moon Knight's guy.
Yeah,
That would
I'm
make
not-
sense though too, because he does just stop there and just talks to him for like 10 minutes and then just bounces. Like, they spend a lot of time with that scene.
most of the people he talks to actually don't talk back. So the golden statue guy, his mom, the fish,
The only one who really talks back to him is that lady at his job.
his
And then
boss.
the
So this is a weird deal here.
guy.
He finds Mark's keys and phone,
Yes.
and we find
Wait.
out there's a Layla, and she's been looking for Mark. And
There's
Who's
another
Layla?
there's another name in there too. I
Duchamp.
forgot what it
A
was.
dude's name.
Duchamp.
Yeah, there we go.
Duchamp.
What
that's
is
his
it?
homie.
Duchamp.
That's Mark
I didn't
Spector's
catch
homie
that.
that he used to do like mercenary jobs with, or does mercenary
Oh,
jobs
yeah, I
with.
didn't catch
Oh,
that.
okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't really know a lot of Moon Knight. The first time I heard of him was like from that one Spider-Man game. I can't remember. I remember it had symbiotes in it, and
Was it Separation Anxiety?
I believe it was Separation Anxiety. Yeah, and like Moon Knight is like
The bad
part of
Spider-Man
your
game?
team. Well, no, he's part of your team, and he helps you out.
No, I was just saying that game wasn't as good as like Maximum Carnage,
No, I love Separation Anxiety. It was hella dope.
A lot
It
of
was a
people
good game. Nah, fuck that. That was great. So,
We have any other thoughts on Moon Knight?
One thing I wanted to say was one I brought up earlier. The reason I was so excited to see Khonshu with the skull, the bird skull head, was because like I literally bought a custom head sculpt for my Mezco Moon Knight, so to be able to see that in the show and now to have that same thing, as an action figure is really freaking awesome. So that was cool. That I got so excited when I saw that. My lady's like, "Why are you freaking out so much?" And I was like, "Cause I have that toy. That's cool."
we were like, yay.
Like, it's not even something that you can like normally get. Like you got to have the stuff to do it. So I was like, all like proud of myself.
All right. Well, I think like the only thing that I would say like negative, like we kind of harped on it real quick, the CG, like around the car chase scene. Is there anything that you guys didn't like? Weren't a fan of?
pretty much that, and I wanted more, man. Like I was ready to
Yeah.
watch another
I wanted
episode right
episode 2,
afterwards.
baby. They should have.
Yeah.
That's the first time they never dropped like 2 episodes back to back, right? Like for any of their series.
I don't think they did for Falcon and Winter Soldier. I think that was just one.
Yeah.
Maybe
Hawkeye too.
Maybe because they're only the
Hawkeye
6
got-
episodes.
No, Hawkeye got 2, I think, right off the bat.
Yeah,
I'm guessing it's because they're only 6 episodes. So if they drop 2, that's
Loki
like a
didn't
third
get
of the
2
season.
either. I don't think.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's the only thing, man. It's like you only get the actual Moon Knight, like when
5 seconds.
he gives control to Mark Spector. You kind of see the beginning and starting of the transformation, and if you pause it and go frame by frame, you kind of see it like coming out of him, which is kind of cool, or like covering him, going over him, almost like a suit just. And so whatever it is.
But does he get that from that scarab or what?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
They wanted that scarab hella bad though. I don't know if that's where he draws his power from though, because he stole it from them. So he already had the power before he stole it from them.
Or you just had Mark Spector mercenary
without the suit.
Yeah,
maybe like the suit comes out of there. Maybe. Hey, we don't know.
I don't know.
We honestly don't know.
I feel like they're already kind of like been working together. You know, Mark Spector and the Moon Knight persona.
Probably.
The Khonshu persona.
That's how he knew to give him the power, kind of thing.
I think so.
I just didn't know that Mark Spector has super strength, because like he grabbed onto that fucking Anubis werewolf whatever thing and fucking body slammed that motherfucker, and then he beat its fucking face in like it was like a normal fucking human.
That scene was great, right there,
dude. Oh yeah, that was a fucking
with
trip.
the old lady,
the Khonshu like running up, and then like
with
he's
the
like
big old staff,
and then it's like turns into a little old lady, and she was shitting bricks, bro. She was just like. She was freaking the fuck. I love
wanted
that
to
scene.
get the hell out of that elevator.
Yeah, she's all like, "This motherfucker's gonna
because she got off on that floor. She's
me.
like, "I got a friend here." She was
I would say this is probably
She's expecting me.
No, it's definitely not scary by any means, but this is probably in the vein of the MCU. Is probably the
like almost like Sam Raimi level of
most
horror.
horror-esque. Yeah, I know they're talking about this. Sam Raimi's doing Multiverse of Madness, right?
Yes,
and they're talking about that being pretty dark and scary, for lack of a better term. But so far, I think this is there.
Yeah, because I don't think we've ever gotten anything that's creepy, creepy,
not that I
scary,
can, not that I can recall.
I think Doctor Strange will be the first one like to really push that limit.
Well, yeah, they definitely do something like with the lights flickering, Khonshu being intimidating, seeming like a type of presence or
jump scare type of thing.
I also wanted to say I'm glad that Oscar Isaac is okay with doing the show style instead of just going like, no, dude, I'm Oscar Isaac. I want a Moon Knight movie. Like, just give me my movie real quick. I'm really more often than not becoming a fan of the long form storytelling. I'd rather 6 episodes of this than a 2-hour movie any day of the week.
I think more and more actors are getting on that train too. I feel like they're not being as opposed to doing these series because it's not a TV series. This is a Disney Plus series. You know, it's not.
Yeah, it's not like I just got a pilot on ABC.
It's a premium subscription service, TV series or whatever. So it's like they know that they're going to be well compensated. It's not like fucking drama bullshit, whatever, Young and the Restless type of shit, type of deal. It's like back then, actors went there to basically die. Yes. Like they knew that they weren't going to get another movie role.
Yeah, they just want a steady job and they know they're going to get paid for the rest of their life to do the minimal amount of work. But here, I think, you totally made me lose my train of thought. That was a good thing you said there. So we'll just go with that.
There's another thing that I saw earlier. They were saying that there's a QR code when he's talking to the little kid about the Egyptian stuff. They said there's a QR code in one of the scenes that actually works, and it brings you to the Marvel page, and you can read the first Moon Knight comic.
That's awesome.
Shit!
They're doing more and more of that interactive TV nowadays, man.
Yeah,
or like almost like AR, like altered reality stuff.
That's dope. But yeah, just more Moon Knight, man. Give us more Moon Knight in the suit and fighting bad guys and or monsters and villains and stuff like that. Give it to us.
I think
see some of that stuff. Yeah.
I think this scene was really important right here when they meet up in the museum when Ethan Hawke's character finally tracks him down, and you realize that this thing is like widespread. Like there's
It's a
people in
huge
this
cult, bro.
everywhere.
It's a
Like,
huge fucking cult that like extends everywhere.
How many of these are in the MCU, man? Like, I mean, you got the ones, the Flag
Cults.
Smashers. You got
Hydra. You got
Hydra.
You got the
these
Black
fuckers.
Widow,
You got the
Elitist
Hand.
Club, whatever thing.
God damn. Just can't go
And
even
they
get a scoop
don't-
of ice cream without it being a Hydra agent or something.
Somebody, yeah, you got like fucking 10 people in there and 10 different agents for some type of fucking thing.
that just means the superheroes better be tipping well, otherwise.
For real. One thing, good thing that JD brought up Oscar Isaac. We get to see his range, man, as an actor. Because
He's all over the
Steve
place,
Grant,
man, yeah.
Steve Grant has an accent.
The
And
British accent.
yes, British accent, and then like he's not very sure of himself and like stuttering and fumbling and this and that. And then when he turns into Mark, you know, he speaks regular American, has such confidence and kind of like a swag and a presence where he's like, come on, let's go. We got, you know, there's some 007 or like Born Identity, like you guys had brought up. Like he's somebody not to fuck with.
Yeah, and again, just to echo what we said earlier, I think we'll see that in the. We'll at least get 2 versions of Moon Knight here. Obviously, we've already seen that.
Yeah. So anything else?
I like this part when he judges him, when he tries to judge him, because I knew immediately, I was like, he's too chaotic. And then he's like, chaos is within you. I was like, oh, I forgot that part was in the trailer.
He said it. He said it.
Do you think the tattoo just says black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah, it
trying to
just goes back
balance,
and
but it
forth. It's
can't.
trying
It
to
just keeps
figure
going
it
You
back
can't
and forth.
figure it out.
Yeah. Well, anything else to be said, guys?
Loved it.
Well, I think that's it, man.
Alrighty. So, do you guys want to do an episode rating, or are we gonna just do it overall as a series rating?
I think
Whatever.
This was great way to.
I thought it was great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good with me.
I have nothing to compare it to yet. I'll say this: it was my favorite episode of the series so far.
Absolutely, by far, leaps and bounds.
I think it speaks to the fact that we all wanted that second episode right away. Like we all wanted to jump right into an episode number 2. And I got home I watched it at like midnight, and I wanted to watch another episode right after. And I was beat. I was like, I would.
The last time that happened to me was WandaVision. That I was like, okay, I need to see what the next one is right away.
That one was more out of curiosity. This
For
one
sure.
is more excitement, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, let's go ahead and do sign outs and shout outs. So, Christian, where can they find you and keep up with you at?
You can keep up with me on Instagram at Ghost09.
And Matt.
All right. Well, thanks for having. Thank you, Christian, for coming on the show and being our fourth wheel over here. You know, a car can't run right with 3 wheels.
Thanks for
always having me.
Whatever. So thanks for coming on tonight. I look forward to the rest of our special guests that we have planned going forward for each episode, and I'm really looking forward to that final episode when we got like 10 people on this show. You know, talking about Moon Knight. That's going to be fun. So I'm looking.
Absolutely.
It's good to have something new to watch. And you know, in the live action arena.
And Jade.
You know, I'm at Jade Toys on Instagram. I just want to say shout out to everybody's local comic book store, mine especially the Hive Comics in Odessa, Texas. Make sure you're going back and picking up Moon Knight books, man. There's lots of good stuff out there. I know I just ordered volume 7, issues 1 through 6. That's the Warren Ellis, where they really talk about the split between Mr. Knight and Moon Knight. So go out, you can get some comic books, man.
And I'm your host, Gil. You can find me at Black Hole Comics, all social media. And yeah, man, I think I'm going to definitely be doing some digging for some Moon Knight comics, definitely. Till next time, stay geeked up and geek out.